Hi class, this is a video on how to access the DSM through Northwest College. So this is a little tricky. I think the video is the best way to demonstrate how to do this. Just take notes here. You'll need to access a DSM most likely for your paper, but it's also cool because you can have access to the DSM-4 and the DSM-5. Now the DSM-5 costs like $160 for the textbook. I didn't want to make you buy that, but it's really nice that we get access through the Hinckley Library to the DSM. Like UW does not have access for their students, so the fact that we do is pretty exciting. Now, that said, there's some problems with the DSM-5, and as you know, we're in the transition period, but I want you to look at both, and I'll put up some articles about the new DSM-5. So the first thing that we do to access this material is go to Northwest College's homepage. This should be familiar to you. And then go down here to quick links. This is the easiest way to get to the library, and click right there. So that'll take us to the library homepage. Now this part might look different to you depending whether you're on campus or not. Sometimes right here there is a sign-in thing where you can log in to access the library remotely. If you have that option, you can do that right now. Then, and this tab right here, Resources A to Z, sometimes if you're on campus, it'll be like the first thing up here as well. But if you're off campus, you need to find this right here. Click on Resources A to Z. And this is a nice page to navigate the library if you know what you're looking for. Then you click on P, because the database that we're going to use is called Psychiatry Online DSM Premier. Alright, so you click on this, and then I have my information already plugged in, but to access this remotely you have to use your username, and this would be like what you use for email at the college. Click on Submit. And if you see this right here, access provided courtesy of Northwest College, you have done everything right at that point. If it does not, you're going to have limited access, and for some reason you're not logging in through the college. It always requires you to sign in, so if for some reason you're not signing in, you can come here and get access to part of this website for free. But they're going to ask you to pay for material, and never, ever, ever, ever pay for material as a student. The library has access to almost everything. So what we do here is we click on DSM Library. And this will take us to the DSM-5. The DSM-4, the Handbook of Differential Diagnoses, which we don't really use in this class, and cases from the DSM-4. If you wanted to know where I get all those weird case studies, I did not make those up. Those come from official cases from the DSM-4 TR. So let's start with the DSM-5. You click here. And you have access to the whole thing. You click here for the diagnoses, and these are roughly broken up the same way that they are in our textbook, but not quite. Our textbook is more like DSM-4, but you should be able to figure it out. If you can't find the disorder, that you're looking for to write your paper or that you want information on, email me and I'll help you out. So let's say dissociative disorders. You're really interested in those. Click here. It will bring you to the text describing the dissociative disorders and all the specific disorders. So let's say you're writing your paper on dissociative identity disorder. This is a good introduction. It gives you all sorts of information, everything that you'd ever want to know about the disorders. Actually, it's not a lot of information, but it's a good introduction. And then here's the diagnostic criteria. And this will tell you what you need to meet the full criteria of the disorder. And these are the DSM codes. You'll need that for your paper. It's just this little number right here. And then this will tell you about the disorder, associated features, prevalence, development and course, risk and prognostic factors, like what's the prognosis, culture-related issues, gender, suicide risk, all of these different things. So there's lots of different information there. It'll even link you to the articles that they reference if you wanted that. That's a great thing if you are writing a paper on these disorders or something like that. They have your resources right there for you. So cool thing that we have access to. Really quickly, I'll show you the DSM-4. For this semester, I don't care if you use a DSM-4 or the DSM-5. You probably should try and use the DSM-5. Similar setup, little different. Let's do the same thing, dissociative disorders. And it pops up like this. So, a little different, but overall a lot of overlap. Again, I'm going to post some articles about the problems with DSM-5 that you should find interesting. Learn how to use this. It will come in very handy for your paper, and there will be lots more information about the paper posted. Email me if you have any questions.